All right, so this is a recipe that I've been working on for about 2 weeks now. I initially made the deck guide and I just couldn't find a version that was working, and I had like 5 or 6 games played. I spent an entire afternoon working on it one day, and I ended up deleting the entire project and just ignoring it for the better part of the last 2 weeks. Right now, I wanted to come back to it and take what I learned from the past experience to make something a little better, something that's actually going to work and do well in the meta right now. So this is what I had, and I initially played 4 games in casual before taking it to pro rank. All of the 4 games the opponent forfeited, so I knew I was onto something, and then I took it to the ranks and we did quite well. So there's a couple different things that you could do if you want. Essentially, I'll go over that before I go over the deck. It surrounds Crowmother. So this was a very tough area to fill. I like Crowmother because the carryover play. Also, I found when I did not have the Heymay Scald, I was missing too many cards with this deck that we really needed to make it work. So what I did was I put the Scald in there, but just in case we didn't discard good cards that we needed to play early on, I have Crowmother as another discard option in addition to the Morkvarg and the Tursic Skirmishers, just like I said, so that we're not discarding really good stuff early on. And then of course, when we play an alchemy card, this card's going to come from grave and summon itself to a random allied row. So that's kind of the way I went about it there. Now, if you wanted to substitute the card, you can go in and basically take it out, put in a Heatwave. That could be more of like a control version, right? If you're finding that you're running into matchups where you need multiple Tall Punish. We do have Morkvarg and ways to get it back with Fukusha, but that's often not the way to go about it. So usually it's just Morkvarg from hand and that's it. So I'm not against having Heatwave. Another card that I was really keen on having too would be, where is it? The Armored or Dracoturtle, right? So Dracoturtle is basically going to be playing in a very similar way to the Armored Drakkar. I don't think you need it. This card does very bad, obviously, if they lock it, but it's something that can put up a lot of points. Now, the reason why I didn't put it is because when I initially was testing this deck a couple weeks back, I was playing against a lot of Censor, the Ornate Censor, for 8 provision, and I found that every time I'd pull it off and it would look great, they would just go ahead and take the points away from me, and I felt like it wasn't really fair. I couldn't let that be my only win condition, so I took out the Drakkar. But if you're finding that you're not running into that as much, go ahead and put it back in if you like. But so far, that's something you can switch up if you like. Now, another thing that you can do, I have Squirrel in here because I value basically getting rid of those carryover cards, the echo cards within the game. So it's a hard target for the Hengate Sword. It's a hard target for the Golden Necker if you're playing against Nilfgaard that can replay this card by putting it back in the deck. And of course, the main one here though is Erendite. So I wanted to make sure that if we saw it being played in round 1 or 2, we can eliminate it from the game with Squirrel so that we don't have to deal with it later on and just lose because of it. Now, you could substitute Squirrel in for Peller. I'm not against that, whether it be an offensive Purify or a defensive Purify. We do have a few engines that we kind of want to see go, right? And also sometimes they might put something tall behind a defender. So, you know, it makes sense that you'd maybe want to put in a Peller as well. So I'll put the Peller, I'll put the Dracoturtle, and I'll put Heatwave in the maybe pile, right, in the considerations tab. But everything else seems really sound. I used to run 2 Dwims. I think one's fine just now, right? You know, I needed this card. Before I didn't think I needed it, but really now I do think I need it. The Armored Drakkar is just something to have with the Mardromes. I thought about using, instead of Mardromes, something like the Mahakam Ale, but this plays really well into those matchups where you want to damage stuff like Deadeyes. It's a really good play with this card. You know, anything that's just spawning a bunch of stuff, like, you know, the Skirmishers, if you're playing against like Dwarfs, they sit there with at 1 power, couple armor, but then they also do a few damage. I can't look at it from this menu, but you know what I'm talking about on the order. So we can remove that with the Mardrome. So it's a more flexible card. And just having a bit more of a payoff with the Drakkar just seemed appropriate in that spot. You'll see how in a couple games today it carries quite well. So that's basically it. The idea of the deck is to basically thin our cards out with our discard package and take a round by doing so. So we've got the Coral, and this card allows us to discard a card. Whenever we discard a card, damage a random enemy by 2. And then we can go in and we can play Burna after the fact. And we're looking for the Morkvarg, we're looking for the Skirmishers, we can maybe do the Crowmother, stuff like that, right? We've got Skull to round it out too. So the complete package with our discards hit is going to play for around 30-40 points, which can usually help tempo us out of the round. We have an extra discard as well with the Mask of Ouroboros leader ability, so, or not leader ability, but the stratagem, so that's something to think about. And then, you know, going into late rounds, we've got our Mushy Truffle, where we're going to be looking most often to play one of the bonded copies of the Crow Clan Preacher. We've got a couple more of these from hand, and then we're going to be getting one off the scenario Gedyneith that progresses whenever we play a Druid. You could see here we got the Preacher, and then once we get as many Preachers available as possible on the playing field, we're going to be looking to go and play as many alchemy cards as possible. So on the first Druid that we play, it'll proc the scenario and spawn the Crow's Eye Rhizome. And then when we play the second Druid, it's going to be spawning and playing a Marjoram, right? So really good stuff there with that. These, when they're bonded, each boost by 2 per turn. So having like 4 of them on the playing field, every time we play an alchemy card, we're getting an extra 8 points per turn. And so if you think about it this way, what was really exciting about this, and obviously Mushy Truffle helps set it up because we have an alchemy off the Golden Froth, but what's really cool and new to 10.4, and what I haven't really seen since, would be the Runemage, right? Because we can go in with Runemage and basically play one of the Stribog Runestones, which creates a Skellige bronze card, which could also be an alchemy, so we can get double procs with that, right? And then for the rest of the game, all our create and plays give us 5 different choices. So after this one here, we can go into Bride of the Sea, and if we have one rain on their side of the playing field, we can go back in and play another runestone, and then I have the original runestone that I added in the deck. So what we could potentially do with these runestones, right, is get 2 procs per runestone. We have that's essentially 6 procs there. If we can somehow keep 4 of these on the playing field, they're getting 8 points per proc total on our side of the playing field. So just enormous amount of points, and you want to make sure that you're playing this well, because, you know, it's really easy to lose points. We have a little bit of a defensive mechanism too. When we use an alchemy card, it's going to be healing a random allied by 1 every single time. So if we're doing 2 per turn of alchemies, we're getting 2 heals per turn. And with the control heavy meta right now, Reckless Flurry Skellige, you know, no shortage of siege matchups. We've got off the books being a really important one, Precision Strike. There's a lot of decks that are going to be damaging our cards, so we have ways of healing our stuff. We've got ways of getting and requiring, you know, multiple tall punishes, so they can't remove all of them, right? And if they do remove the Preachers, we even have ways of bringing them back. So Freya's Blessing can take one of them back up twice, right? We've got 2 of them. We have potential to get a 3rd with Bride of the Sea with that. And then, of course, we have the Fukusha, which we can go and we can just manually take back one of the Crow Clan Preachers, or Fukusha into Bride of the Sea, into Freya's, into Crow Clan Preacher. You know what I mean? It's quite crazy when we look at it that way. So this is the deck. I'm really happy with the deck right now, and I definitely recommend trying this deck before the season ends. It's probably the most fun I've had this season, or at least top 3, right? This is going to be in my top 5. If I'm making a top 5 this season, it's definitely going to be in the list. But yeah, try it out. And that's pretty much it for today. We'll get into the 4 games with live commentary for reference. And if you guys enjoy the content that you see on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We're pushing hard for 10K subs, and I'm really hoping we can get there. Really excited for it. And we'll do some kind of celebration for 10K when we get there. I'm still thinking about what it's going to be. But until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the video. All right, so first up here we got Skellige. And it's going to be Reckless Flurry. It's probably going to be one of the hardest decks to beat with this deck that we're using right now. And I would say at the end of the season, definitely makes it even harder. I think we keep Squirrel, right? Go with 1 and 2. Dwim's kind of nice. I don't think Marjoram's necessary. Okay. I actually don't mind jamming scenario in round 1. It's just a matter of getting that second proc. Like, we could probably get it with Runemage, but you know, I wonder what we have left if we do it that way. I think I'm supposed to just jam Truffle. Take something like a half root here just because, you know, more points, and then just kind of move on. And then we'll go and take the discards. I just don't want to waste coral damage for no reason, right? And yeah, we'll just hope that we get kind of what we're looking for, or a bit better options here. Go take that. Kind of looking for, there we go, Marjoram's nice. We have a little bit of a combo going on. Nice. And if they have Erendite, at least we're shutting it down, right? We're making things a little bit more difficult for them with that. Sure. We'll take a Skald here. And what do I even care to chuck away? I don't think we need Freya's as much as something like, you know, these here. So yeah, it's probably that. I wonder if I ever just take... I want to throw up some big points. What's the taunt about? I have taunts turned off, but I could still see when they're doing it.
Traveling is an option, you see. One of the better ones.
Let's see how that goes. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, and then we could just pass on that. We're up by more than 20 points at this point. Seven and 6. I would have liked to get one more turn. You know what I mean? Okay. It's like a lot of good stuff. See if we can do better. Phrase, we get this, which is okay. 7 if we include. I think it's going to be that goes back, actually. We got Druid number 1. Put this back because I don't think we're going to be taking the other half row. Okay. Don't even have the preachers. I think I'm supposed to push a little bit here. We could take a Runemage. Will they ever use 2? No, they'll just use that.
That might even be amusing.
Overseas plundering in spring.
kind of a nice little combo here.
Her who is burden, mother, and crone.
We hope that they hit maybe these so that we can get some healing value. Okay, I suppose that's fine. Take Fukusha here because it's a lot of points. Maybe split the rows up a little bit. And I don't think we need anything that's in the deck. It's probably just the 6.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
Yeah, then we'll take Bride, we'll do another Runestone, and we'll go from there. It's gonna be your Jonad, right? Yeah.
Damn it. Should never have taken this contract.
Take my near life and grant them your strength in return.
Do we need Harpooner? Not really. This could be quite good. Just because they have a lot of like randomized damage.
Either with my shield or on it.
We put like a Dracar beside it, and we just start taking hits off of it. Something to consider. Let's see. Good. And I don't think that they have a way of dealing with it, right? So I'm just going to greed it out, I think, and just take a couple more Marjorams on it.
Inside now.
We're feeling alright. Yeah, healing value all over the place. We're getting really good value off the rain, too.
I fish breath. How dare you?
If they have a Spores, we're just done, but I don't think they do. That's probably the biggest boat you've seen.
You can kiss my tail goodbye.
Have they used any Erendite for 4? I think we care more about Compass at this point. Primal Savagery's one thing. The Veteran's another, because we get the... it's probably just the... yeah, it's probably just this, right?
I'll cleave you in two.
Squirrel feels kind of slow. I don't know why you'd want to put rain on the back row when there's this. They lost a little bit of points here because they could have taken the heal on both sides, right? They've got 3 cards even in decks. They can't look for a Morkvarg or anything like that. Erendite's at 4. I don't think I care too much about it. You know what, though? I'm just wondering if I actually go all in. I think I try to, because the 4 points could make quite a difference. Let's just try it. And hopefully get a bit more value from the Protector. They got to do a lot of points in 2 cards, though. Snowdrop.
You'll never get my mind out of your head.
Yeah, we get the heal there. Carried by the Drakkar, really.
Yield and save me some time.
Alright, so we got Syndicate off the books and we go first. Hopefully we can just get like a tempo pass here and get what we're looking for in a long round. Got the 1 discard. Probably put that back for later. I don't think we need Squirrel as much in this matchup here, so there's that. I need like a second Burna, you know? We've got the 1. I think it's gonna be... We'll put this back for now. So I could play them in round 1. Let's see. If I can float both of them, and then we could take a Runemage, that's pretty good. And then we can recycle these later with Fukusha and all that. That could be actually really good.
One who is blind can yet see.
You know, maybe we go the 1 step further and play the 3rd. We're still putting down points, right? Yeah.
Reach beyond what the eyes see and the ears hear.
Not everyone's gonna let us do this, right? So I'm just grateful for it. I think we should be able to get out of the round shortly. And I like the idea of taking the Runemage here. Just because we're going to have a lot of plays like that, so... Here. Take the 1. Too bad we don't have any beasts. Nothing in the grave either. This plays for 6, though. I mean, this plays for 6, too. Doesn't go as tall, it's a bit safer. I think that this is going to be that mid-range Cirrus deck, which is fun.
Yes, you! Have you made your offering?
Traveling is an option, you see. One of the better ones.
Just one morsel.
Okay, let's try that. And if they play, we definitely pass. Okay, it's kind of intense. So their devotion, they might have Marils, but they're still down by about 20 points. We've got the bleeding, yeah, 23 points. I think it takes them 2 cards, or it takes them Savola Tribute. That was a risky one because, like, if I didn't click Truffle, then they would have had it easy, right? Got 12 points off that Truffle. They probably just thought that we're playing 2 aggro and that, you know, they could probably just get a bunch of cards out of us.
Denying penance, you confirm
That's a cool play, actually. $56.63. Now they definitely get it in this turn, right? Yeah, they get it by 1. Yeah. Imagine. They'll probably take a pass here, right? We've got some time to figure out scenario. These are nice. This is actually pretty good on a pass too. I don't really trust that as much. Here's the thing, I can go for carryover, or we can go for getting rid of something. You know what I mean? Like one of these. Which might be the thing. I think what I'm going to do is the carryover route. I don't think they play into the round anyways. Yeah, you see? Let's take something with us here into round 3. We're going to need it. We've got 1 card advantage, and we've got a few points on them that we're going to bring back. Now we just have to worry about getting what we need to get, right? Gedyneith, Coral, Bride. Really important parts. Good. I think that can go 1. And... Burner for the 2. I don't know how much we love... I mean, we have Coral, so this is actually not bad though, right? I think this can go. There. That's like the whole deck. We go first, we just jam it, don't we?
Man is an arrogant creature.
Not the dead, I'd imagine for a little rendezvous.
Professor's really good here. I don't think it's a big deal though. Here, we'll just we'll play into that a little bit. Get the 1.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
If they have Junior, that's where I'm upset. Right, Junior takes out the 6 easily. But fingers crossed. Good, good, good.
Decadence, renounce sin.
I'm doing 2 things at once right now. I ordered groceries because I have a lot of work to do today. And I'm like checking to see. They said some items were unavailable. So I'm like looking at this while... Okay. Yeah, we're alright. The bananas for 39 cents each are not available, but the ones for 117 each are. Of course, right? Alright, so let's do some damage here. There we go, good discard. Really? It's gotta be this. Okay. At least I take out the engine. We waste a point right now, but it kind of makes sense. $1.17 for a banana. Oh, I see what they did. Never mind. It's 3 bananas at 39 cents. Okay, okay. I'll just stick to playing cards. Damn. Real life stuff.
You fear me, I sense it, I smell it.
Okay, so we got 2 in a row. I got 2 in a row. Yeah. Let's use this now.
Trust equally in heart and mind.
There we go.
Your feathers whistle.
think we wait just a little bit longer. And look, we take the rain, and we take back the other one. We didn't play a phrase yet. We can't. We have to play phrase for the one. That's the wrong card to take. You want to take this one.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
I don't think I trust boosting this too high. Really? Yeah, we'll go play another one. Okay, look, 4. We'll take Bride of the Sea into another one. We'll take Freya's on the 4th one.
Lady of the seas, daughter of the heavens, accept
Bow
my
before mortal
sacrifice.
Freyr. Reach beyond what
I think we want to take this now at least, though. Just because the other one's sitting at 4. I just want to keep it out of 4. Even though we technically lose points because Freya's would have been able to pull, you know, this one. But at this point, I'm just trying to sit cozy and be a little bit more protective of the points because I think we have the game anyways.
Come closer. Come on now, try.
They can't afford the tribute, which is great. Here, we'll take this now.
we serve her who is virgin, mother, and
You see what I mean? And then we at least get the one Marjoram. I don't really have a good Morkvarg. I think I might actually see more points if I try and find another alchemy card, right? If I can get Runestone, maybe get a double proc, that's so much better. I'm gonna try.
And it's your life.
I think first we just go and, you know, try and keep things going. I'm super happy with the way this went so far. I think that they're going to have a lot of points in the last 2 turns, but we should just be good.
Town, I swear it.
You got to go for that one, but it's not going to remove it. And then we'll take.
Don't you pester me.
All right, Morkvarg is better. I guess we kind of ran out of steam at the end here. This would have been disgusting because we played Runemage round 1, so we would have had 5 picks off of it, right? That's pretty much what guarantees the double alchemy procs. They got enough for this, brings out Cobb. They just go and take. I mean, if I play, guys, it's honestly just for you to see how the game looks. So we actually just kill the Cobb. There we go. Very nice, actually. Alright, so we got Fruits of Ysgith coming up here first. Or next. We've been playing. Alright, so 1, discard 2. I like the pairs. Crowmother's kind of nice to see as well. We've got like a lot of stuff we can really play down. I think I do want to keep Squirrel for Erendite in case they do play it in round 1, right? Except I don't think I need this as much. Just because we're probably going to go with this into another Preacher. Okay.
I suppose, and the end.
Crack and eat me goodies. Looky here.
So Berna can discard the Crowmother as well. Golden Necker, second turn of the game. Erendite comes out. That's perfect. So we'll make sure we get rid of that before the round's over. Nice, okay.
Just one more.
Part of me wonders if maybe they have Alyssa, which is why they wanted to play this so early on, but I don't think so. I think they just got nervous and played. Okay, so let me take Squirrel quick. And if they want to pass on me, I'll just play it down, which is fine.
Wouldn't touch a hair on my head, she said.
About 30 points, 3 cards. This plays for 6. We gotta know when to leave, and I think that's a perfect time to leave. Nice, okay. Our top deck should be really good, though. We discarded a lot. So we got this and that. This is perfect. Wow, okay. I'm not even opposed to just keeping everything. The only thing is maybe dumping this. That's a bit better. We want more alchemy cards when we have like the full assembly line of the preachers, so...
You're one sexy witch, and I'm here to please.
Okay. But do they have... Let's see if they have Toad Prince. I don't want to use Leader yet. Because I can just go and get it back with Fukusha. Otherwise, there we go.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides. Trust equally in part.
Again, play it slow. No need to rush here. We'll play the other one. And then we'll take some alchemy cards. Damage by 4.
One who is blind can yet see.
Maybe we can create another one. 4 turns of rain. It's massive. Right? It's actually pretty big. Here.
In the end, the sea will swallow all.
6 to 31. I think we're supposed to take this now. 32, less the 2, plus the 2.
Livers are so deliciousness.
plays for a lot of points.
They're surprisingly clean creatures. Doesn't happen.
They still don't have Sabbath. Let's reset with the Dwim here. Okay, I think I gotta be careful. So, Bride of the Sea is +1, gets this. Yeah, we'll take Bride of the Sea next, I think. Let's see. Bride of the Sea, we have the 1. I'm just worried about druids at that point, you know? Nah, it's like 1 and 2 basically. Let's just do this. I think keeping cards more important. And this way, if I get forced, I could just play something easy. Okay.
Take my near life and grant them your strength in return.
Something like that. And we shouldn't have to play the last card. We get card advantage plus leader. And we've got some things we could pull into here. Erendite's no longer a problem. Let's see. They might have Ozeril. At least they played both of these crones. It's kind of a big deal. Okay. Okay, so this might actually be good if we pull 1, which it's kind of risky though. That's better.
Beautiful pair of legs, please.
We'll see how far it goes. So, let's see. Both pigs out of the way. They played 1 of the Incubus. They might have 2. The scopes are done. Let's bond these up.
Drown yourself with those damn nets.
This thrives, so I don't know if it's worth it. If I'm gonna click though, I click now. I think we still do, because we get the heal off the 1 and the 2. And they go wider, so we can maybe actually hit these instead. They're gonna hit another griffin, right?
Sins of the flesh are my
Or the pig. Yeah. Control a druid 3. We're only getting the 2. It's probably this. Just because we want to keep things bad, right? And that way if they keep it going, we should be okay. Okay, perfect. They just basically costed us here. Or costed themselves here. I think what we're supposed to do, though, is take the Morkvarg now, so that they don't get the extra 2 points thereafter.
No prisoners! Lead him to the sea!
They might, but it's less likely. So they less 1 here, and we should just be good. Yeah. Alright, so next up here we got Nilfgaard and its double cross. I don't think that this one's going to be Assimilate, but you never know, because Assimilate's not very strong this month at all. I tried making a deck guide with Assimilate, it just didn't feel very good. Okay, we got a 1 and 2. We've got a couple discard targets. Squirrel in case they coup. I think these can go for later. Mardrome with a Drakkar is not bad with the discard package round 1. Alright. Actually, you know what? They could just be Assimilate, because the Anna Henrietta skin, I notice people use it a lot when they are, and then them just going in with Calvi at first turn is kind of sus. Here.
I suppose.
That's probably what it is, right? I'm just basing it off of 2 things. Now we gotta try and win on even. And see if we can get out some of these good cards in round 2, right? Yeah, bribery, it's definitely looking that way. If they have bribery, of course they get Runemage. I'm so glad that they have this without having like procs, you know what I mean? But now they're going to be looking for this. So if I play it round 1, they're probably going to take Yen on it. Otherwise, they might just give it spying. Like, that could be pretty bad, actually. It might do more harm being played than not played.
We stand before the Queen of Skellige.
I still don't think we're supposed to play it. Or supposed to discard it. I was thinking about it. I just think it's going to be too expensive. Imagine just binning a 10 provision card because you're scared they're going to use it. Like, we got to face it.
One who is blind can yet see.
I feel relatively safe taking Runemage next turn because it still means they have to use again on even. Plus, they're pretty well ahead. Okay, that's good. It'll keep them in the round if I play it. Do we have a 2? We should have a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's huge. Oh man, that's so good. Yeah, and we don't even have to use this yet. That's what I was afraid of right there, guys. They could take coup off of it, and then they'll go ahead and take... Okay, leader's gonna pull trash. Oh, never mind, that's horrible. At least they used it, though. You know, it might actually be pointing down the Drakkar next turn and using Truffle and using Leader. Because We can't just give them the round.
The sea provides.
39, okay. Six to 7, we take. There we go. I was gonna use this, but I think it's just better. 7, 8. Take that instead. Hold on to this. It's carryover. There's the Terra Nova. Like the ugliest parts out of the way. They got the Terra Nova one, the bribery one. They leadered a Runestone. Like, if this was round 3, it would feel impossible. Here. We're still gonna play it, though. Yeah. Because then they take Yen off of, what? A Drakkar? Oh wow, they get another. That's probably the worst stone there is. I don't like the monsters one, really. Not a lot you could find. I think Skellige's good. Nilfgaard one's pretty good. Hit the back row. Yeah. It's very inexpensive to do something like that. And then even if they pass here, we just get it off a Runestone, so it seems kind of worth it. That's Mushy Truffle. Okay. $74. We've got lots of ways to get druids. I think I'm supposed to go in a bit more here. Yeah, we'll take another one. Because they're running out of space. And they don't get this. Okay, they'll use it. Yeah. Raging Bear is really good. 45-point Drakkar, 4 provision card. We save scenario. Did they take a Yen? No. Carried by the boat. Absolutely carried. Both boats. The harpooner play was disgusting. Okay. Okay, that's cool. How do we want to do this? I've got 1 proc for it, but definitely not 2, right? Because we pull back... Pull back 1. I think we're supposed to take card advantage here. We just need Fukusha and we need Preacher. And their whole hand should be pretty good cards, so I think they're going to have to waste. Okay, that's not bad. We outplayed this one, we just got to bring it home. I really want this game. Wow, okay. This doesn't really work for me right now. This is good. I don't love this because they get pretty inexpensive copies that are actually quite nice. But we might... 1, 2... I think this goes. Good, 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 good. I was worried about that for a second. The whole thing too, though, we have to be careful with, is they probably actually have a Heatwave. Like, I know that this deck notoriously runs Heatwave, Yen, and Muzzle. Or like 2 of the 3. So we've got a chance to get Fukusha. I think that's like a big deal for me. Good. Because I was going to say, like, if we don't pull the cards we need to win, it's really bad luck. They play whatever. The only thing we got to be worried about is, like, do they have coup? It looks like they might be running a coup. No, they have... Did they coup it? They did coup it, didn't they? Yeah. Alright, let's just get ready for that heat wave. It's coming, right? Deciding. No. Okay, perfect. They take that, but they don't have a way to make alchemy yet. So many points, though. At least we'll try. Crowmother comes back. We'll take Fukusha soon. Fukusha's gonna play for what? Bride of the Sea? Fukusha.
Your blade's just an extension of your will.
Yeah, probably Bride of the Sea. Right, we take another stone back. That's a Marjoram first. Holy crap. This is wild. Oh, they're gonna play that. I guess they have Cantarella.
No one can hide from me.
They should have went for our faction because they have the Crow clan, so... It looks like their version's just like the most hardcore. Like assimilate versus like control. It's just mainly for points. But look, they played 1, 2, 3, 4 of my Runemages against me, and we're still gonna win the game. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. We can let them Cantarella. No, it's probably that. We just played off the 1 anyways. We got 2 cards on them, like... Yeah.